What's going on, guys? You got Corey Neese here, and I wanted to make a real quick video today about just if I could do it all over, my whole journey of being in business for myself in the direct sales and MLM niche for the past 2.5 years, how would I do it differently? And if I sound weird and slow, it's because I'm not feeling good at all. I had lots of indigestion, just feeling achy. I'm all stuffed up and my sinus is just running like crazy. So try to ignore that, but take away the message today in this video, because I think it could be, I mean, honestly, this could be a huge difference maker in how your business and your journey goes, whether it's, more smooth sailing or whether you go through just pure hell. I mean, honestly, all the decisions that you make have sometimes much larger impact on your life and where you are today than what you might have thought in the past. Take it for example, I think it was about 2 years ago. Yeah, because I've been in the industry for almost 2.5 years. So 2 years ago, I got a job. I got a job at Honda, like a factory job, and this was after about, I don't know, it was after 7 or 10 months in the industry. For the first 6 months or so, I really struggled with, expanding the team out of the local area. Outside of the local area, we recruited warm market well, but we started doing cold marketing and talking to people at the mall and doing all these things that just, had no leverage. They didn't work. They're extremely difficult. And then after those 6 months, I finally, eventually I moved back home. I was living in Lima, Ohio at the time, and then I eventually got a job anyway in a factory. And the point of the video today is just how small choices, like one choice, one decision, can drastically impact your whole, future, your whole journey in your life. And really, what I'm talking about is when I was looking to move out on my own again, because I was working this job, I had the choice to move back to Lima, or I had the choice to move to, I think it was to move to Russell's Point, Ohio, which is where my job was located. So, you know where I'm located. I'm out here in Northwest Ohio, and there was a house that was for sale, or that was able to get rented out, and I saw it on Craigslist, and I called the person and I talked to them, and someone else had, taken it, and it was no longer available, just like a day or two prior to me talking to them. And it just makes me think, because if I would have moved to the city where my job actually was, I might have not went back to college that winter. I might have stayed working at Honda long term, temporarily. My whole journey would have been totally different, because if you guys don't know, I've changed addresses like 9 different times. I've moved like 7 or 8 times alone in the last 2.5 years of my journey of home business. So just put that in perspective. That's a lot of moving, and it's really hard to maintain consistency and the right type of mindset and the right type of thinking in general when you're constantly changing your environment. You're adapting to new people, you're adapting to new situations, and it's extremely challenging to create results, in that type of chaos, what you could easily call it. So I'm gonna end this video on this note. I'm gonna say there's a couple things, maybe 2 or 3 things that I would say if you're brand new in this industry, MLM. I would really recommend that you look into the internet in terms of getting a blog, building an email list, and using the leverage of the internet to recruit and make sales for your business. Number 2 is I would, have the belief that you can create the success that you want to have in your business, but realistically at the same time realize that patience is one of the key mindsets, the key skills you could even say, towards achieving the success you want to have. And you got to just work a job realistically, unless you're in a situation, everyone's situation is different, but for me, for instance, I couldn't necessarily just go home and live at home and work my business full time. I wasn't able to do that. That would have been very easy for me to do if I had that option, but I wasn't given that option because my parents wanted me to do things differently with my life, which I understand. And I'm kind of glad it didn't happen that way, honestly, because that route would have been just so easy and smooth sailing, and I would have never really learned a lot. I would have never got out as much as I did. I've lived in 3 different states now. Before the age of 21, I've traveled over like 10,000 miles in the last couple years alone. And like I said, I've changed addresses like 7 or 8 times alone in less than 28 months. So I mean, obviously you're going to learn a lot from those experiences regardless of your results or what you're trying to do with your life. So once again, what I would recommend to you is work a job, assuming that's the situation you're in, full-time, build your business part-time until you get to the point where you can easily quit that job, have plenty of money saved up, and have plenty of money coming in month after month, and you won't have to go through so much stress and struggle of constantly changing jobs and moving into different towns and different houses. So I know this video is a little bit long, but I really thought about it deep today, and that's my recommendation to you is if you're starting out, realize that it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, realistically, give it a couple years to really learn how to recruit and sell and market. And if you use the internet, and if you have patience, work a job, that's really going to help you prevent yourself from going through so much struggle and, strife or whatever. So, hope this video helped, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Later.